You telling me United States codes don't work?
No, I'm telling you, you don't know them.
For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrell Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel. Is the defendant in error free to go? My name is not spelled in all capital letters. Matter of fact, I filed
Mr. Bay.
I'm going to be submitting a withdrawal to you. You should have it shortly.
All right, Mr. Brown, are you represented by somebody else?
Yeah. For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrell Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel.
Okay, so Mr. Bay,
Yes.
aka Marcus Contrell Brown, so you're seeking a continuance to get new counsel?
Yes.
Okay, do you have someone in mind, sir?
I not right now. I'm seeking counsel.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to give you a continuance for 30 days, or I'm sorry, until January 5th. But by that time, you need to have counsel on board when they come back so that they can talk to the state to determine if there's anything they can work out on your case, or if they need to get all of the information necessary for a trial, if that's what you choose to do. So by January 5th, I will expect that you will have counsel.
Well, I have paperwork on the docket that haven't been rebutted. I have affidavits of truth that haven't been rebutted.
Okay, sir, we don't do affidavits. People have to appear in person because there's a confrontation clause in the United States Constitution that says witnesses, you have the right to confront witnesses in person. So we don't do affidavits, okay? If you have witnesses that are going to present testimony or evidence on your behalf, then you have to have them come to court and be sworn in and testify at that time, okay? So we're not doing any dismissing and all of that stuff. No, sir. When you get your counsel, they'll be able to discuss it with the state, and then y'all can present whatever to the court.
And the accusing deputy must be present too, right? Okay.
So the people always say that, but
all right, guys, buckle up. Today we're diving into one of the most intense courtroom standoffs you'll ever witness. From the moment the judge enters, you can sense the tension. The sovereign citizen wastes no time challenging the court's authority, tossing around terms like natural law and common law like weapons. But Judge Vonda, calm, collected, and sharp as ever. Her expression alone says she's dealt with this before. The sparks are just starting to fly. This one's going to get wild.
Here's the thing. The state gets to choose whatever witnesses they wish to bring, just like your side gets to choose whatever witnesses you wish to bring. You can't rely on them to bring the person that you want. So if you want to subpoena someone to appear for trial, then you need to subpoena them. You cannot rely on the state to bring your witness. Okay?
Okay. I got you. So,
all right. Anything else?
And jurisdiction can be challenged at any time, right?
No, sir. Jurisdiction rests with this court because this is where the locus of the incident is. Well, Mr. Bay, let me just explain something to you.
Court cannot confer jurisdiction.
Mr. Bay, listen to me.
Okay.
I went to school for 3 years for this. That's full time. If I had gone part time, it'd have been 4 or 5 years. And I have been working since, oh Lord, I ain't gonna give my age, but I've been a lawyer and a judge for quite some time. I've been a judge for 10 years as of this year. A lot of times people come before me because they've learned stuff from other people, or they've gone online, or they've read it themselves. But I tell you, it doesn't work the way you think it works. And so there's a set of statutes, cases, procedures, all of those things that we have to learn. In fact, let me show you something.
Well, how do you have?
Wait. You see this book right here? This is just this year's edition of all the stuff that I have to be able to find to figure out what's going on in your case. This is just this year's edition. And I got a book like this that includes evidence and procedure. I got a whole wall of books. So when you come in here challenging jurisdiction and all of this stuff people have taught you, it's not books.
Can I show you my Black Law Dictionary?
No, sir. Because Black's Law, that's a dictionary. That's not the full case You know, you come in with all of these ideas about how you think the law works, but every lawyer in here has done at least 3 years of law school and trainings, trials, all of those things. So you're not going to change the way we do things. So the best thing to do is to get an attorney.
Okay, so now things are heating up fast. The judge gives the man a clear explanation of the court's jurisdiction, but he cuts her off, claiming she has no power over him. It's a classic sovereign citizen tactic: interrupt, confuse, stall. But Vonda isn't here to play games. Her measured responses hit harder than a gavel. The tension rises with every word. You can almost feel the courtroom air getting thicker. Everyone's holding their breath, waiting to see who will blink first.
Who can talk to the state about your case, and then we can get this resolved. Your case is pretty simple. You got traffic offenses.
Well, I still want you to prove on the record that you have subject matter jurisdiction, personal jurisdiction.
I'm not proving anything on the record, sir. I wear the robe. They put me in this position. I've been here 10 years. If I didn't have subject matter jurisdiction, I wouldn't be here.
So you say it's not a difference between public and private for the record. There's no difference.
Sir, get an attorney.
Okay, all right. January 5th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Mr. Bay/Brown, you've indicated that you wish to have an attorney, so I'm going to rely on the fact that you're going to have an attorney. Don't come back here with the same stuff, and I already told you it's not going to work.
So you're telling me United States codes don't work?
No, I'm telling you, you don't know them. So first of all, right here. The United States codes don't work in Georgia because Georgia has its own code, OCGA.
So the meaning of driver is different in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
But according to 49.
Mr. Bay, I'm not doing this with you. Get an attorney. Okay. Thank you, sir. You're free to go. We'll see you on January. So DeMarcus Contrell Brown.
I have interest in that matter.
Right here is where the courtroom energy shifts. The man doubles down, pulling out printed papers and citing constitutional rights he clearly doesn't understand. You can tell he's been rehearsing for this moment. But Vonda, she's already 3 moves ahead. She doesn't raise her voice, doesn't flinch, just dismantles every argument like it's routine. The crowd's silent, eyes locked. You're watching a masterclass in legal control. One wrong step, and this whole room could have erupted.
Is the defendant ever free to go?
If the who, what?
Is the defendant in error free to go?
No.
Well, let the record show the defendant in error is ordered to stay and participate.
Okay, who is the defendant in error? That's a new one for me.
The all cap name is trust that I am a beneficiary of. My name is not spelled in all capital letters. I have a court order decree saying that.
Okay, Mr. Bay. Mr. Bay, do you have an attorney representing you, sir?
Attorney General, my Attorney General is online. You may speak to me, sir.
Is the Attorney General, Mr. Bay, hold on, let me ask my question before you tell me something crazy. Is the Attorney General a member of the State Bar of Georgia?
I'm a non-state actor. I'm a foreign national. Matter of fact, I filed
Mr. Bay.
Oath of office.
Mr. Bay, I don't care if you were Alexander Putin, the premier of Russia. If you are in Georgia and you're represented by an attorney, that attorney would have to be a member of the State Bar of Georgia. Foreign national or not. Just as if you went to another country and you had an attorney represent you, that attorney would have to meet the requirements of that country and of that state. Okay, Mr. Attorney, Mr. Bay, hush. Mr. Attorney General.
I'm trying to set a record.
Mr. Bay, Mr. Attorney General, are you a member of the State Bar of Georgia? You want to unmute for me?
Speak, bro.
What's going on is he's a member of a foreign state corporation, basically doing business in Georgia. So
okay,
basically,
sir, that's not what I asked you. No, sir.
I get what you're saying, man.
No, and I get what you're saying, but we're not doing that because that's not how we operate. Those are not the laws under which I am required to conduct court. So we either gonna do it my way or we're gonna put you on.
We understand the rules of the court. We understand the rules of the court. I got you.
Okay. Are you a member of the State Bar of Georgia?
No, I'm not a member of the bar of Georgia.
Okay,
What I'm
then,
trying to
no, then
realize, he's
as,
doing
then
business
as
way
he
in
can
Georgia, and
represent
that
himself,
you need to take consideration on that matter on how he's
he
doing
can
business in Georgia.
he can represent himself, or he can be represented by a member of the State Bar of Georgia. But he cannot have you represent him or purport to represent him, okay? That's not gonna work. All right, so Mr. Bay, do you wish to choose someone who is a member of the State Bar of Georgia to represent you, or do you wish to represent yourself?
I invoke my right to remain silent as the beneficiary of Demarcus Cottrell Brown estate.
Okay, sir. So, sir, you're invoking your right to remain silent, which means that you do not wish to enter a plea that
I
would,
plead to be released.
that would resolve your case today. As such, the court is going to enter a plea of not guilty for you.
I object. You cannot practice law from the bench.
Now we hit the moment where frustration simmers. The judge warns him, follow procedure or be held in contempt. He scoffs, tries to spin it as tyranny. But Vonda doesn't just sit there. She calmly draws the line. It's not just law versus defiance now, it's discipline versus chaos. You see the man's confidence crack ever so slightly. He's not used to someone standing this firm. The courtroom feels like it's on the edge of a cliff. One more push and someone's going over.
Violation on USC 454. Judge practicing law from the bench.
And put you on a trial court, on a trial calendar so that your case may be heard at
I
trial.
object.
All right, sir. Thank you. You'll get notice in the mail. If anything
I
changes
object.
about your, if anything changes about your address, then you can go ahead and let us know by coming
I
into.
have no. I demand an evidence hearing.
You will have that at the time
I
of the
demand
trial,
an
sir.
evidence hearing.
You're not going to have an evidence hearing today because that's not what we're here for. This is a
You are
regular.
dishonorable. I got your oath, Tammy Long. Hey,
So, Mr. Bay, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You'll have a trial at which time you can have an evidence hearing. You'll get notice in the
you
mail.
in violation of Article 6,
And
Section 2 of the Constitution.
Your notice in the mail, then you can appear for hearing with whatever evidence that you wish to
I
present.
object.
Although you are not required to present any evidence or testimony because the state has the right, has the burden of proving the case against you. Thank you, Mr. Brown. You're free to go at this time.
I object.
All right, Kevin Jermaine Burr.
This is where you realize it's not just about law. It's a psychological chess match. Vonda subtly flips the script, asking pointed questions that throw him off. You see him hesitate, stumble, grasp for words that once felt powerful, but now sound hollow. The courtroom isn't backing him. Silence speaks volumes. Even through his defiance, there's a shift. Vonda's not just holding court, she's teaching it. The lesson? You can't outsmart the law with internet nonsense. Watch closely. This is where control meets collapse. The judge keeps her cool, but the man is clearly unraveling. He begins repeating himself, louder now, almost hoping volume will win the argument. But it doesn't. Vonda sees the stall tactics, calls them out with laser precision. You can feel his strategy crumbling in real time. His eyes dart, his tone cracks. It's no longer about rights, it's about saving face. And the courtroom knows it. The authority is undeniable. This part is pure tension. The man makes one final attempt to reclaim control, challenging Vonda directly. But she doesn't budge. Her voice is firm, final. She delivers a ruling with full authority, and you can tell. This is the moment he realizes the performance is over. No loopholes, no escape. The courtroom shifts from tension to resolve. This isn't just a loss for him. It's a clear message. Performative rebellion doesn't work in real courts. Reality always wins. And here it is, the grand finale. The man tries to exit on his own terms, muttering legal jargon, but Vonda's last word echoes with weight. It's not dramatic, it's definitive. The court adjourns, but the lesson stays. Courtroom authority isn't just tradition, it's earned, respected, and backed by law. As he leaves, you can feel the silence swallowing the nonsense he brought in. All right, guys, if you found this breakdown as wild as we did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next